What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to see what the difference is between having a CTP of Rage and a mighty CTP of Judgment on Thor. Now, we're pretty sure that the Judgment is probably going to be stronger on Thor due to the fact that it enhances his elemental damage, which is a big bonus for a guy with lightning damage. But before we get in this video, guys, I just want to say thank you so much because we just hit 20,000 subscribers, something that I never thought was possible. And the only way it was possible is because of all of you. I want to thank you guys so much, and I will be doing something special for all of you guys. I'm going to be doing a giveaway, and I'll talk more about that later on. But again, thank you guys so much. This would have never been possible without all of you and all of your support. I never ever thought we'd reach this milestone, so I'm pretty ecstatic about it. I'm so excited. And again, guys, I will talk more about that later on. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up a run for you guys right now where we're taking on Ultron stage 42. Now, this isn't exactly the comparison. I'm just showing you guys how good he is with the Rage, and stage 42 Ultron is no joke. Now, my Thor is at level 80, and this really is the best team, using Beta Ray Bill's leadership, and then using Ebony Maw for the increased damage to super universal types, and also the decrease from universal types by 35% is actually really, really awesome against Ultron. Ultron does a lot of damage, and in this uniform, Thor has a lot more survivability with his heal and his force skill, the constant heal every single rotation, as well as the decreased damage received. He's just a lot tankier, and honestly, at stage 42, just at level 80, guys, I didn't level up any of his gears, nothing like that. Thor can do this no problem on my account with 22% Pierce and 120% energy attack. I know that's a lot. This is a high level of Ultron. Now, this isn't a perfect run by any means, and I did see a comment in the last video I did where I did the comparison with Thor, and someone was saying that, it would be better if I did a different rotation where I did, 3 and then hit the 5 and delay the 5. And obviously when he raises the hammer up, then hit the 4 and let the 4 play out. I actually tried that rotation, and I didn't see any difference in the damage doing that rotation versus the rotation that I'm doing where I just go 3, delay the 4 a little bit, he throws out the hammer and then go into the 5, and then when he raises the hammer, go into the 2. I didn't see any difference between doing that and doing the rotation that I mentioned a second ago. So, I mean, it's up to you guys how you want to play. I mean, either way, he's going to be insane. Either way, he's super strong and absolutely demolishes. But as I'll show you guys here in a little bit after this run, at stage 65 null, the Rage is actually giving me some problems. It doesn't seem to really be doing enough damage, which is really to be expected. The Rage has never been really the best obelisk for high levels of War Boss Legends. It's actually really good for Dormammu, which is pretty funny, right? But against World Boss Legend, the Rage just never seems to really shine, having chain hit damage, having damage procs, a really CT piece of energy, or mighty CT piece of Judgment do really, really well against World Boss Legend versus the CTP of Rage. And as you guys can see, man, Thor he murders. Now, every once in a while, Ultron does kind of get out of the way. And by the way, guys, this was just one time. I just did this run one time. I woke up this morning. This is my actual clear that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to push Ultron right now. And once I get to stage 44, then I'll start taking Thor and trying to do, stage 65 plus against Null, right? It's actually kind of funny because right now I need Alien for Mephisto, for Null, and for Ultron. And guess what? Thor is an alien. He actually fits that description, which is pretty nice. That is nice. And Ebony's actually got a really good basic attack where he shoots out some little beams. That's actually nice. Some good range. He's not the fastest character, which isn't the greatest. But I should have went to the right. I kind of screwed up there, but I let him die. Sometimes, though, when you're facing against Ultron, letting them die like your support characters actually isn't a bad idea because it actually progresses things a little bit faster and allows you to bring Thor in a little bit more often. Don't ask me why I hit that third skill. I just hit it there for the hell of it. All right. Even Thor's movement speed, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not terrific, but it's all right. It's good enough, right? Definitely good enough to avoid all of these attacks right here. I will say this with Thor, though. When you start getting these high levels, like the toxic meteorites, they can do a tremendous amount of damage. Not so bad in stage 42 with the level 80 Thor, but whenever you get to, like, say, 65 null and those meteorites on the ground, oh my God. They just murder him. They just deplete his life and end him in no time. Oh yeah, nice. And I really love playing with this uniform because of the fact that you get that 65% increased attack and the heal immediately off the force skill. That really does make a big difference for him, man. It's so nice. It's one of the reasons he does more damage, and it's also the reason that he has more survivability. I mean, you just can't deny that it really is a much better uniform. I did the comparison with him and Jane, but the truth is Thor's still amazing, right? Jane's stronger than him, at level 70, but obviously when he's level 80, he's going to be stronger. Obviously when he's tier 4, he's going to be even stronger. He's going to have just a whole lot higher native or higher stats. I want to say native stats, but higher stats, right? But it requires a lot of investment. And my whole thing right now with all these tier 4s is I'm trying to see and try to push them as much as I can just to level 80. Do I need a tier 4 of these characters to keep pushing the World Boss Legend? That's kind of what I'm testing right now. And I might end up, tier 4ing Thor. I don't know. I still need to get Universal books, to be honest. And there you guys go, man. Stage 42 Ultron with 23 seconds left. And that wasn't a perfect run by any means. And you guys can see the rewards that I got here, right? The rewards are really no better. They say they're better, but it really doesn't seem no better than high levels of War Boss versus the like stage 1. It really doesn't, man. I can't tell a difference between them at all. Here's the rage, guys. So let me go into Ultron here. Stage 65 null. And I'll show you guys the damage here at stage 65, right? Let's do it to it. And having Silver Surfer, by the way, on the team is really nice because you get all these extra support buffs that increase your attack. That is nice. I mean, there's 8% right there. There's another 5, which is 13%. That is nice, man. That is nice. Odin also gives a really nice support as well. But let's do it to it, okay? And since the toxic meteorites aren't here, it shouldn't be that difficult to keep Thor alive. And proc did not engage. And that's kind of the thing about the CTP of Rage that really sucks is that it sometimes just doesn't engage, right? I mean, stage 65, no, we're still doing some good damage here, which is nice. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna try to get away from the tornadoes there. And I'm also gonna be using the co-op skill here because the co-op does do his fifth skill. There we go. Let that hammer rise. Yeah, there. There, nice. And since there we go. Hit that second skill after he raises his hammer. Okay, watch out. We didn't quite hit our fifth skill fast enough there. And yeah, man, this is actually a really crappy run. Usually the rage procs more often than this here, but that's kind of the thing about doing live runs, sometimes these kinds of things happen. Nice. And now I'm going to hit the 3, the 4, and then the co-op, hit that second skill. I just love his fifth skill because that damn thing goes in a nice iframe, as well as the second skill. That is sweet. I'm waiting for that 5. Nice. As long as you hit that fifth skill before the tentacles come flying down, you won't take any damage. Okay. Yeah. And as you guys can see, man, we are just taking way too much time. Right? Way too much time. Right? That actually was a really crappy run. Usually I can do this in about 2 minutes and 15 seconds. This took 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But sometimes that's what happens when you play with the rage. It's just an inconsistent obelisk for Thor because he doesn't have any guaranteed critical rate in his kit, right? He doesn't really want to proc that CTP of Rage as often as, say, the mighty CTP of Judgment. So I want you guys to look at his energy attack right now. It's at 44,000. right? So we're going to go ahead and unequip this. We're going to spend those 600 crystals, and we're going to slap this mighty on him. Here we go. And this thing does have a 200% damage proc on it, right? Increase additional type skill damage by 30%, additional type skill damage by 60% of concentration. Right now he's got 47,000 energy attack. And the thing that you always notice about that obelisk versus the CTB of Rage is that it's going to be way more consistent. So let's see what kind of damage he does now. Now I'm going to have to build up that meter, right, in order to, have that extra proc. So let's see if let's see if this helps. Build up that meter. See, I'm gonna kind of run around, try to avoid all these attacks. All right, that didn't work out well. And we're also getting that chain hit damage from that thing, which is really, really nice. I'm gonna try to run away. We did get caught in the cage, unfortunately. I probably could have hit the fist skill to avoid the cage. And I'm gonna build up my proc. And here's the other thing I'm noticing right now is that when you build up the proc, like, you know how I was using the co-op a second ago. Okay, build up the proc. And okay, we need to get out of there, get in the back here. Hopefully we don't get caught. And you see, guys, that the Judgment just procs really, really often. It's really nice. Now there I kind of screwed up, and I'm just kind of letting that 4 play out a little bit. Okay. There we go. And yeah, there is a big damage difference here. We kind of got hit by the tentacles there. Okay, I'm going to try to watch out here for all this. And voila. So he did this in 2 minutes versus, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, really about 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So it does make a difference having that mighty, right? This isn't a brilliant, this is a mighty. So it's looking like with the mighty that more than likely I'll probably be able to do this stage 65, maybe to stage 69. I might have to end up adding a little bit more some Odin's Blessings to Thor in order to give him enough energy attack, maybe level up his first gear as well, because it's just at 25 right now. And if I level up that first gear, he'll actually gain some energy attack. So I think that would also make a pretty big difference for him, because, the fact that this took 2 minutes, I mean, it's fast enough, but I really want to make this as easy as possible. And let's see what happens if we go to the end, right? Let's see how close we are to getting it done. Now we're going to kind of do something a little silly here. Okay, you want to back away. All right, and we got Silver Surfer here, a little speed demon. Perfect. Switch back to Thor. Build up his meter. All right, and we'll build up his tier 3. We don't want to get caught in that time freeze. There we go. Nice. Yeah, man, he's pretty much murdering. He's doing really, really good. As long as we can catch Null. Okay, get out of there. Get that time freeze out of there. Hit that tier 3. Try to do some murdering here. All right. We're going to switch to Silver Surfer because he's pretty quick on his, I was going to say on his feet, but actually on his board. And yeah, we kind of mistimed that. Caught in that attack there. Having about 15 bars left at a minute 8, I mean, he can definitely do this. I do feel like he could probably get it done with the current build that I have on him right now. That was a really silly mistake that I made right there. But I was kind of pushing it. But, it is what it is. These things happens in these live runs. But, I mean, he probably could do it. I mean, I have just two Odin's Blessings on him, which is actually pretty good. But definitely the Judgment, the Mighty, is definitely stronger than the CTP of Rage in World Boss Legend. You can see it. So, guys, let me know what you think about Thor with the Mighty CTP of Judgment. I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GT plus 7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. And thank you guys for all the support.